Eyes closed and dreams go free. Got an angel next to me. Hold me close so I can breathe. Let me go so I can live.
Namaste and like catch my family, and welcome to morning coffee. All right. Let's go ahead and have some fun, shall we? We have a lot to discuss. How you guys doing out there across planet Earth? I'm your hostess with the mostest, Rion, coming at you live from Sedona, Arizona. Lots of things to discuss, lots of intel, lots of awesomeness to share with you. So first and foremost, how you guys doing out there across planet Earth? We having fun today? Are we having fun today? As we're in this eclipse sandwich, which is ends on Cinco de Mayo, the 5th of May. We're going to need to pump the brakes on the partying on Cinco de Mayo. Okay, all right. So if you guys didn't know that, the eclipse ends on Cinco de Mayo. I will also be working on something, and I will share with you once I'm there. It's top secret. We have a top secret mission going down. All right. Now, yeah, so everything you guys have been working on, everything that is relevant, everything that you guys have been working through, the shadow stuff. Yeah, just pay attention to who you're hanging out with on Cinco de Mayo. You guys want to go to a barbecue. For all my fellow empaths out there, just take it from your brother Rion. As soon as the sun goes down, you're on your way home. Okay, don't be mixing with a bunch of unconscious people on Cinco de Mayo that have not done any of their homework, who are just going numb with a bunch of alcohol and hot dogs and hamburgers and tacos, whatever it is. And all of that stuff is going to be all over them. Just because you're unconscious doesn't mean you're not going to feel things. So just pay attention to that. Have some tacos, some vegan tacos, whatever you guys like on Cinco de Mayo. But remember, it's the end of the eclipse sandwich. So please pay attention to your spiritual evolution. All right, what else? There's a lot of things going on right now, specifically with the collective consciousness of this planet. Many of you guys have come out of that dark city, the dark night of the soul. You've risen like a thriller music video right out of it. Congratulations. And as our higher selves do, slow golf clap. Okay, we got a lot of weird shenanigans. Asked about some of these weird movements of troops around the planet. Yeah, we can see you in Panama. We're not dumb. Here's the thing. And I want to be real with you because this is the conversation that I had with my higher selves. And this is what I just need everyone kind of to understand. If the SSP is 200 years in the future, I'm sorry, I'm just going to say this because none of this shit makes sense to me. So for everyone else paying attention, listen to my words very carefully. There's certain troops that are being moved around the planet. And let's just say the secret space program is 200 years ahead of where we are in the civilian world. And I thought to myself, because I was in the Orion Empire and I was part of the Orion Gate Wars, and I have many incarnations handling planets and sectors. Here's my question to everyone. If there's technology that exists in these different programs around the planet, and we're part of the civilian population on the surface of this world, it's very strange to me to even consider some of these things that is going on down here on the surface as other than political theater. I'm just not 100% sure, because I know that one ship with proper force field generator and armament with a 0-point technology fuel cell, right? Anti-gravitic propulsion and plasma cannons could take out probably, I don't know, a country in about 40 minutes. So I don't get what they're doing down here. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills every single time I stare at the news. I feel like I'm in some weird comic book past, I can't express it. It doesn't make sense to me. The whole thing. It's like, what would happen if back in the Civil War, someone showed up with a 50 cal chain gun and just mowed down the entire opposing army in, I don't know, 30 minutes. I don't know what's going on down here, but the difference in technology is drastic. When Admiral Byrd went to Antarctica and 4 to 6 ships shut down 40,000 troops trying to make landfall in about, I don't know, 8 minutes. What I'm getting to is, why do they allow this stuff to happen back in World War II to be so obvious? And then why now I have to stare at, all these troops being moved around from, where? In Panama. And they're a bunch of little 18 to 25-year-old kids. And I'm just sitting there going, like, you guys are all... I don't get it. The only thing I can say is that whoever's behind the wheel on the night side, you're so ridiculous and juvenile and childish and ignorant. It makes me question whether like 95% of you guys should even have a microphone in front of your mouth for the rest of eternity. Some of us come from the heaven above the waters. And we're down here helping out underneath this okinosphere. And I'm sitting down here staring at stuff going, hey, listen, separation sucks. Can we come together and stop beefing in this realm? And all I see is a bunch of spoiled brats that are either chipped, AI'd, don't know, which foot is in front of the other, or just weird little programs of ridiculousness to show the rest of us. It's almost like some of these beings are playing a program out so ridiculously to make even the most unconscious person look at it and go, this may wake me from my slumber. This is absolutely ridiculous. They're talking about the Project Bluebeam thing. What is it? They're going to project fake stuff in the sky with real aircraft lighting stuff up. So when it's Independence Day and you see a spacecraft and there's going to be real armament or drones doing things, listen, again, weird, shitty, sci-fi, losing all of your power moves. The reason why they fail is because there's a bunch of 19, 20, 30, 40, 50-year-old brains in these old men and whoever their handlers are, who lack imagination, who still think of John Wayne. They're still in the John Wayne era, like Murdoch, like the jackass who built the Guidestones. Your brain cannot handle the future piping into the surface of a world, so you're holding on to straws with any last bastion of control. And the truth is, Soros wouldn't be shit if it wasn't for Aladdin trading for the last 12, 15 years on his platform. BlackRock would be worth niente. They're not intelligent. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sitting down here just... one ship could take out 50,000 troops in about 12 minutes. So why are you even showing me this shit? If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, there's a bunch of, I don't know what you want to call them, but a bunch of troops from the east over in Panama right now. For all I know, they're trying to get in the United States and take their suits off and enjoy, living in Palm Springs. I don't know. But I can tell you that freedom is the sweetest tasting fruit you could ever have. The issue is why you would have to go someplace else to run from your own country's control. It's weird. So as the last bastion of freedom, as some of us sit here, I just want to be real with you and say that not only is this whole thing ridiculous on so many levels, but there's something else I want you guys to understand. I keep seeing the test. The test is, are you going to go into fear, or are you just going to let that thing play out? It's like Y2K, right? So what I'm getting to is like, oh no, the whole internet's going to shut down. It's the year 2000. You're not going to believe it. Listen, let me explain something to everyone on this planet. There is a mountain that I stare at every single morning I wake up. It's called Thunder Mountain. It is where Walt Disney got the idea for the Thunder Mountain Railroad at Disneyland, if you've ever been on that. I stare at it every morning. And Sedona 70,000 years ago was like Egypt. It was like the bomb. It was like 3 cycles ago. This place was the most advanced. It was fire. Okay, I'm literally resonate more at that time than this time. But I can express to you this. That mountain will still be here no matter what happens to us on the surface. Just like that mountain was there before that ancient civilization built their huge empire, their huge cities. And I'm here to remind you of something. The power of nature, the power of this planet, the power of the resonance of your heart is all that matters. These weird nerd AI programs running in circles will end up in the same place they've always been. The only difference is we are going and rising through these lower frequencies, and they will not have so many cool people to hang out with. Again, I just want to be real with you on that. It's the main driver. Yes, fear is the main driver of low frequency, dude. You guys, I flew into Los Angeles, goodness gracious, 2015. First flight out of Phoenix. I was going somewhere international. I'm looking out the window, left side, port side, and I see these huge beings over Palm Springs. It's like I felt like it was 5:36 in the morning. And I saw everyone was sleeping in Palm Springs as we're flying by. I saw these huge guardian beings, 3,000 feet high in projection per each of them, about 6 of them over Palm Springs. And I saw them taking their hands and moving energy through all the little sleepy children and all the little lower incarnates sleeping. And I saw them just like moving their hand and watching the energy shoot from their hands and just cascade through the entire city. And I asked my highest light, I'm like, dude, you guys can literally reprogram the whole population like this in one day. In one day, these people would go to bed and wake up in a different reality. Why do I have to work so hard? Why do I have to be down here doing all this stuff? When you guys could snap your fingers and reset every single person sleeping. You go to bed one night, you wake up, you're in a different reality. Then comes in the old grandfather one-liner, which is, listen, yes, we can do that, but we won't do that because everyone down here in free will land has to make their own choices and has to grow up. And if we take away those choices, are they ever going to learn? It's a hard pill to swallow. So I think a lot of these shenanigans going on from some of these different 1950-year-old brains, okay, is that they think they're living in a world that no longer exists. And they just don't realize it yet. The only issue is that these are the jackasses that are in charge, and they're like 60 to 85 years old, in that range.